Unlike in the program, Dario Naari's, everyone's favorite sales word, has a completely different appearance in the novels. Taking after his Tiroshi ancestry, Dario Naari's is considerably more ostentatious in the novels. The Tiroshi are easily recognizable by the vivid colors they choose to color their hair and the outfits they wear. The book, A Storm of Swords, describes Dario as having a gold mustache, one gold tooth, a trident beard, and vivid blue long hair. As Missandei is just 10, there won't be any hints of a romance between her and Grey Worm in the novels anytime soon. Daenerys calls Missandei her little scribe throughout A Song of Ice and Fire since the child is so young. She looks to be in her late 30s or early 40s when season 3 begins. Her age is never explicitly stated in the episode, so you'll have to use your best judgment based on the photo provided here. Even though Mance Rayder was burned to death on the television, he is still somewhat alive in the novels. Indeed, he seems to be holding on for dear life. The stake burns didn't stop him from dying. Season 5 of the program and the novel, A Dance with Dragons, both include Mance Rayder's execution by fire. In contrast, Melisandre uses Red Priestess magic in the novel to resurrect the corpse of the Lord of Bones, also known as Rattleshirt, and transfer it to Mance Rayder. Do you still keep the Lord of Bones in your memory? He was outfitted head to toe with bones. In any case, Stannis wished to burn Mance Rayder, but Melisandre believed he may be helpful in the future, so she tried to save his soul. The book version of Ser Jorah Mormont looks quite different from the show's version. His black, though thinning hair has led to repeated references in A Game of Thrones to the nickname, Black Bear, that Daenerys has given him. Also, he has a really hairy physique. However, in contrast to seasons 5 and 6 of the program, Mormont is never shown in grayscale in the novels. His plot was being intertwined with that of a previously introduced character, Jon Connington, who has since been written out of the program. During A Dance with Dragons, Jon Connington is intended to take Rhaegar's kid, Aegon Targaryen, who isn't dead, to meet Daenerys and then go to Westeros. Since Aegon's escape from King's Landing, he's been keeping an eye on him. When rescuing Tyrion from the river, however, he loses his color vision, just like Jorah did in season 5. This might be a hint that Jon won't be making an appearance on the program anytime soon. In the novels, Sansa Stark isn't anywhere near Winterfell, hasn't run across Jon Snow, and was never married to Ramsay. Jane Poole, an old friend of hers, was instead transported to the north to wed Ramsay. The writers of the program have essentially changed their plans. It's a shame, since Sansa is doing rather well academically. Jane Poole, masquerading as Arya Stark in A Feast for Crows and A Dance with Dragons, is the one who is wed off to Ramsay in those two books. During A Dance with Dragons, she is the victim of all the abuse, and she and Theon, with Mance Rayder's assistance, manage to flee. Meanwhile, Sansa is hanging out with Lord Petyr Baelish in the Eyrie, aka Littlefinger. Littlefinger's plans for Sansa are far more sinister than what we see on screen. 1. He has no intention of proposing to her.